So we will continue for the first video of this part, which will the new product development process. Discuss on first video for the first steps. Basically 8 steps of the new product development process. We will discuss the previous video was the 2 steps. Was the first step was the idea generation, which is the first steps to create a new product, which is the idea generation. Idea generation have 2 sources. Basically recap this first video. The first step of the idea generation, which is the 2 sources. First one is the internal sources and second one is the external sources. Internal sources have own department, research and development, and the employees of the company and management of company have create ideas. This is the internal and external sources, competitors, suppliers and customers and other sources. So this is the first step. And second step for the screening that ideas. Suppose we will continue that examples of Apple company have collecting 100 ideas for the first step and shortlist for the second steps, screening ideas, which idea is best company for and which idea for the poor for the company. So the second step is screening idea. For suppose the company Apple want to create a new products, they introduce that process of the new product development process. They collect 100 ideas. So the second step, shortlist for the 10 ideas. 10 ideas is the best for the company and best ideas for the company. So after moving on that second step, so third step was the concept development. Concept development have and testing. That is the third step of the new product development process. Basically concept development process has actually company have perceived and determined that concept, that ideas comes from screening have possible for the company to produce. Company have a sufficient resources to produce that ideas or not. So company basically want to realize and actually calculate the own resources and company mission, company goals have matched for the ideas or not. So if the company shortlist in 10 ideas, for suppose in this second steps, and the third step company have find out the 5 ideas is the more stable for the company to produce, have sufficient ideas is a more out of the 10. So company more shortlist for the for suppose 5 best ideas, shortlist from the 10 ideas. So and the company actually basically examine that 5 ideas is the best for company, and company have resources, company must be produce, and company have must be competitive for the others of the industry competitors. So actually company develop this concept actual. That is the third step of concept development and test, and that ideas for and actually testing for this steps in this selecting from some peoples of the company or other customers. So basically this steps is the actually company create that idea is must be recognized for and decide the company have more valuable for product for the company or not. So after this step is completing, if the company have decided the 5 ideas is a more valuable for this company. So after that the company moving on fourth step. Fourth step is the marketing strategy. So this is the most important of concept and steps. Basically the company all of the companies they produced products have a strategy. Each one has strategy. The company have each one every company have different strategy, have a marketing strategy, product strategy have different. For suppose Apple company have a strategy of the product have different, positioning of the product have different. The Apple company produce high quality products and more expensive products. This is a strategy of this Apple company. Another example of the Samsung company or Q Mobile have, for suppose producing products have low pricing. This is a strategy of that company and want to target the lower income of the people. So this is a strategy. So after the completing third step, the fourth step is the marketing strategy, and the company actually determine the strategy of on company mission, company statement, organizational goal match for this concept or not. So company strategy, for suppose Apple company have a short list for the 5 ideas for the best, and for suppose in this steps of the company strategy match that ideas, match ideas for the company strategy. For the company strategy have different from this ideas, maybe or not be. So the 5 ideas for the company of the best for the company in deciding in this throughout the third steps. After the moving fourth step, the company define value of the company, which are value providing the customers. Strategy have that the value, the company value providing customer, and customer gain that value and pay the payments and providing against the money. So which is the strategy. The Apple company have a strategy, have the more quality, have high quality products, and the company target audience for the leading income, higher income peoples have purchasing that products for the more expensive, not targeting for the lower income and middle income people. So that the strategy of Apple company have, for suppose shortlist 5 ideas comes from the third step, and fourth step company actually determine they have 2 ideas for the match for the company strategy for best of the two products is match in this steps. So further company shortlist for the out of the 5 is 2 ideas for the most best for this company, and remove the remaining third ideas. In that ideas comes from the third steps in further shortlisting in fourth steps. So after that fourth step is completing, and company moving on the next step for the business analysis. The business analysis is the most important factor. So we will discuss for the fourth basically 8 steps total of the new product development process. We will discuss throughout the first session and this session. The first step was the idea generation, and second step was the screening idea, third step concept development and testing, the fourth idea of the marketing strategy. After the marketing strategy, we will discuss for the another next step of the 5-step business analysis. Business analysis is the important factor, and which is the very important steps. Without this steps, not completing the product process. So business, what is business analysis? Business analysis, which is the means analyze with another business, compare with own business and other business. For suppose Apple company have basically this Apple have no competitor in this world, is the only one company have created more high quality products for the iPhones and other heavy expensive products, have no ideas, but the lot of companies have a competitors. So the company analyzes actually price, quality, products, promotion, actually determine cost and determine the profit, and analyze what is that products producing a profit and or not. So basically defined analysis, business analysis compare the previous products of the company have profits earning, and now the new products have which is producing have better for it or not, and compare for the competitors, and for suppose a lot of competitors have producing another products and innovatives, and business analysis has create innovative ideas and deciding the moving factors of this products, that products is best for the company or not, and for suppose the company uh, uh, compare for this process analysis and other competitor products, it's the same products which is provided uh, lower cost, lower prices, and best quality. So business analysis providing actually why we are moving, and what is the actually uh, performance and response comes from the customers and populations. So business analysis is most important. The company have own departments which is analysis departments, as defining the proceeding of the futures. What is your product futures, is product actually are successful or not. So physically they managers of the company and top management have decide that products has actually have the company profitable or not, and actually competitive for others or not. So business analysis for suppose two ideas is shortlist for the fourth step. After the fifth steps, the company analyze the one idea is the uh, company is the best, and another one idea is the uh, not best for the any reason for the competitor have producing a low price. So any other reasons for economic factor, political factor, social cultural factor, demographic factors, geographic factor, any of other factors including company reasoning. So the business analysis have provide actual realization of your products. So after the completing this steps, have shortlist for the first one ideas, only for the one ideas from shortlisting two ideas from the fourth step. After the fifth step is one idea is the best for the company, and which is the very innovative ideas and very competitive for others, and which is new ideas for the company. So after the completing this business analysis step of our company, moving on the 6 steps, the product development. Actually this step is the actually product is the development, physically product is producing. Once the 5th step is completing, business analysis is completing, all the steps, each and every step is the actual meaning and actual workout, and this is the structure of organized system. So the 6th step is the product development. The product development is actually the company physically development the products. So actually starting the company product development is a sample for suppose 5 or 10 quantity or 20 quantity or 100 quantity products are development, not for the thousands or billions of the products. For suppose that products has quantity demand for the market, thousands of the products segments. So the initially development product have a sample 10 to 20 quantities have producing actually. Basically they one idea for the best is finalized from the fifth step of business analysis, and that ideas actually producing in product development. Product development has actually physically that ideas for the producing that product for suppose 20 quantities. So this is step only for the actually product development. Actually product once the completed, and after the seventh step that product is come to the next steps for the testing. For the testing for in the population and public and group of consumers, that product for the segments of the for suppose female products or male products. The company have a select sample of the consumers, that user of the products, select for suppose 50 user of the consumer, and that products are using and testing from this seventh steps. And the company actually realize and want the product have people are accept or not. So this step benefit for the company if the people are accept and want and wish to purchase and sell. So the company have a confidence, company have actually deciding the further processing manufacture system. After the completing this system, that step, seventh step testing, the final step is the commercialization. Eighth step, the commercialization is the process that actually commercialize means the products available for the markets, for the retailer consumer. Actually, if the testing is the successfully, Apple company have a testing and the 50 people have a use and sell products from the consumer, from select short of the consumer, 50 consumer from select from population, and the that consumer have actually accept the product and successfully testing. So the company moving on the actually commercialization. If the testing is unsuccessful, company not commercialize the product, company cancel this only all the process and remove that products. So company not create a risk for the company. So if the people of consumer that products have accept and create value for the consumer and customer, so the eighth step of the customers commercialization. Commercialization have actually the product has available for the market. There are some questions when product is launched. Commercialization have the first question, the when product have launched, for suppose after 1 month, after 2 months have a product, that product have launched. For suppose Apple company have create that products and successfully testing for the consumer and people are accepted. So after the 1 month have that products moving on next step of commercialization. The commercialization have deciding the top management have this product is accept for the people, and that products for the we will actually launch. So they deciding the date of the launching date, and where we will launch and when we will launch. The two mainly questions, and that two question will there will be top management have a plan and deciding when we launch, कब launch करना है, when we launch and where we launch. So basically have eighth step have a considering the two questions and answering the two questions. So top management of the company have deciding, and the product has finalized for the commercialization, and for suppose after the 2 months have deciding the launch for the product for the new market and available for the retailer and user of the company customers. And the second question is the where that first products launch, where the select the place when we launch for the demographic, and select the areas where that products was the launch. For suppose they launch for the for suppose the company of international Apple company have international, they select the first area of the, for suppose UK, Canada and Asia. For suppose America, UK, Canada, Asia. Asia is the biggest region, biggest continent of the world. First biggest continent for Asia is consideration more population of the world. China have a more population country in Asia continent, and Pakistan, India, Bangladesh. So they're deciding the place where we launch. So that the place which company launch. So that's a new product development process we will discuss in throughout the session. So I hope you are understanding and getting my points, and thank you so much watching my videos. We will recap one in 1 minute. The first step for the idea generation, and the second step for the screening test that idea, and the third step was the concept development and testing, and the fourth step was the marketing strategy. After the completing that 4 step, that the fifth step was business analysis. After business analysis, and the sixth step was the actually product development. Product development is the sixth step. After that, completing moving on 7 steps of a testing. If the successfully complete the testing and the product is a finalized, commercialization is the 8th step. So that's the steps we will cover out throughout this session and previous session. Thank you so much watching my videos. We will meet on in other videos. Thank you so much.